Right, so if you're in Discord and you have my announcements pop up for you, or if you follow me on Twitter, you might have seen this message. So, also let's go on our announcements thing. We also have a little section here that says that the requirement to be a character in the game used to be 120 hours, but now it's changing to 500 raindrops. So it's not hours on in stream anymore for being a character, it's raindrops, which you can see by doing !raindrops. And I had to change that because we do having less streams now, and obviously if we've got less streams it'll take longer for you guys to get the requirements. So I think that makes it a bit fairer. So there we go. Yep, you're not even that far away, Silent and Lost. Maybe you'll get it even quicker than you would have before. So, but it's all explained in the twit long why we're going for less streams now, and I think it'll just help me mentally and creatively. I think that, well, I'm aiming to go for a quality over quantity thing, so our Monday streams are going to be marvellous now. I'll make sure of it. This is good news. You're a lot closer. Yay. So we're going to do a few little things before we start today. We're going to make sure... well, I need to change all the information because it currently has 120 hours on all the documents and stuff, and that needs to be changed, but I might do that after stream. But I want to see who actually who has the requirements now, because there's a few more folks that come here that probably have reached the requirements now. So we're going to see exactly who that is. We're going to have a little look and see. But first, I'm going to just put this up. Just because not everybody follows me or looks at the Discord, so we're going to have it come up on a timer on stream. Okay. Schedule. Hey Rose, how you been? Hi Rod. And how did I like the game Fire ending? I was satisfied. But I do agree that if there was more episodes, like 10 episodes instead of 6, it would have been even better. Because they'd have been able to, you know, things would have had room to breathe and they would have been able to flesh certain things out more. But with what actually happened, I kind of think that's fair. And I'm satisfied with that. But I know there was a lot of mixed opinions. Okay, so there we go. Hopefully that works. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh yes, we got to change this as well. So once you've got 500 raindrops, you can be a character in the game. Okay, and I think everybody here knows that you have to do ! Raindrops to see how many you've got. !Rain. Hope things have been pleasant. Not too bad, Rod. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I feel sick to my stomach today. I feel really sick. But I wasn't going to cancel stream. I'm excited, and because now we're only streaming once a week, I'm staying dedicated to that. No more cancelling streams. Strictly every Monday. Even if I'm puking. You get banned from Twitch if you puke on camera, don't you? I'd have to go to the bathroom. I've heard that anyway. I heard you get banned. Okay, okay, right, so let's have a look at our users. Who have we got? Oh no, that's not the right one. Here it is. Okay, so From this point upwards, these are the folks that are now able to be a character in the game if they wish. So just so you know, you get one raindrop every 10 minutes in the stream. But if you're a subscriber, you get double. So it's definitely a lot easier to get that than it was the 120 hours. We can see some folks here that already have the 500 raindrops of like, there's 57 hours here for one person. So yeah, it's definitely easier. Okay, so I want to give everybody in the Discord their roles, because we're going to just make the legendary raindrops the 500 raindrop people now. And so I can manually do that because there's not too many people that have got that. But not too much hard work for me. I just have to check the bot every now and then and see who's made it. And then they can have a nice blue name in the Discord then. Snazzy. So I can do some quick maths. Yes, Silence getting his maths ready. So yay, thank you for joining the Discord, Mac. It's good to have you here. Give you a welcome now. Yay. Okay, so right. So everyone who's already a legendary raindrop definitely has that many hours, that's for sure. Not everybody is in the Discord. That's going to be the tricky bit. So I'm going to be good and I'm going to manually do this because you deserve it. I'm not sure if man. Oh, he is. He's in the Discord. So he gets to be a legendary raindrop now. Hey, why isn't it working? Oi, work. Right, maybe I'm doing it wrong. I probably have to go in something else. Right. Oh, here's one now. It just took a bit of time. 13 streams, unless someone's very kind and gives you a sub, Simon, then you'll get it double the time. Assuming I arrive when the stream begins, so let's say 16 streams or 4 months, not bad. Yes, and don't forget, guys, this is a very long project. Episode 1 probably will barely be done in 4 months' time. You know what I mean? I'm assuming each episode will be approximately a 6-month release. So I don't know how many episodes the game's going to have yet, because I don't like to predict it considering we're improvising as we go along. But this is a long-term project. It's all I'm doing on Twitch now and all I want to do on Twitch. So someone even asked me the other day, they sent me a DM and said, so will this project be done in a year then? Do you think this game will be finished? And I was like, well, if it is, then there's no more me streaming, because this is what I do now. So I don't really have the desire to stream video games anymore. So you better hope this lasts for a long time. Otherwise I'll be gone. So yeah, it's very long term. And that's more the reason as well why I think this new schedule kind of helps, because doing something that's this long term constantly will eventually burn anybody out, and it's not realistic. I mean, if I got a job in the next few months, you know what I mean, it would make things very difficult. So we're going to take it at a more of a pace, and we'll enjoy it more that way too. At any rate, wanted to stop in and say how you been. Hope you have a good day as possible. Thank you, Rod. Appreciate the love. And my tummy feels a bit better now. I don't know why I feel sick. Weird. It feels a little bit better. Okay, so we're just going to give everybody their legendary raindrop rolls. and Jirai's in the Discord. See, I know everybody who's got this many raindrops because they're like very regular here. So some reason it's lagging a bit though. There we go. It does it. So many more of your characters in the game now. We're going to have a little quick look at the character form as well. I've put Scream in, and for some reason its special stream cannons come up. There is no screaming cannons now, and that's really weird. Okay, can I zoom in a bit? Yeah, I don't think Scream's in the Discord, so... I think Banana is a bot. Yeah, they're definitely bots. They've never spoken in chat before. There's so many bots, isn't there, on Twitter? I mean Twitch. Oh my goodness. Why do Twitch and Twitter have to have such similar names? Wow, there's actually a lot of people that are in the Discord. Get your butts in the Discord, people. Okay, I know that Kindle Trash is in the Discord, but she goes under another name. And guys, if for some reason you have 500 raindrops, but I haven't given you this role, then you'll have to let me know. Is Cassie Kindle Trash? I think so. I think so. Okay. But yeah, there's way more folks at Legendary Rounders now, but it has to be done because otherwise it'd be too unrealistic that you guys will ever get the chance to be a character in the game with the once a week streams. Sometimes that can mess with Discord's normal functions. You really dislike the Twitch bots? Yeah, they suck. Also dislike the lurking bots, because they're all cheating. They've all got loads of raindrops. How dare they? It is very silly, because it confuses you. You don't know who's real and who isn't. I want to know who are normal people. Yeah, it's taking a while to give her the roles. Okay. To be honest, I'm surprised that Living on Edge isn't already a legendary raindrop. The OG Bojangles, and oh my gosh, it's Fantasia now. I know Fantasia's been waiting to be a legendary raindrop. Well, you are now. Yay. I like to check if it's work, so. I look, because I need to get groceries, kitties need food. Oh, Tetsu, what are you doing? Yeah, you get your kitties the foods. I need it. Better be work. There we go, Fantasia Legendary Raindrop. We've nearly caught up now. Kind of. We're getting closer to the top. Oh my goodness, a liquid legendary raindrop as well. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's about 3 or 4 more people. And then that's it. So it feels like we've got about 10 extra legendary raindrops now with these new rules. Gain the dash. And that's it. I think we've caught up now. Everybody else that's higher up was already a legendary raindrop. Awesomes. Okay. Look at all you legendary raindrops. Okay, so right, so that's done, I think. I don't know if there's any more things I need to urgently put up. Oh yeah, today's retweet thing. Let's look at Twitter. I'm on display capture at the moment. So it's much easier though to be on display capture. I don't have to keep switching screens. Okay. Panels, where is the... There we go. So we've got here, we vote ideas again where we want to viewers how a legendary raindrop can fill in a form to be a character. So let's change that to 500 raindrops. Okay, so we've changed that. We got our Google Doc thing. Yeah, this needs to change too. Hang on a minute. Don't need the plus there. No, we just, yeah, 500 plus raindrops. Yeah, that actually is fine. Okay. Awesome. And this is for those of you now that weren't a legendary raindrop before but are now with the new rules, this is where you go. So I'm going to show you what this one looks like. This is if you want to be a playable character. Playable characters are anyone that you can use in battle. So we're going to just fill this in and be silly just so I show you guys how it works. Why have we got green screen stuff in the background? Misbehaving. How do you be a legendary? Yes, Tetsu Rose, you already are. I don't even have to check because I know you're already one. You're like 4th on the leaderboard, so without a doubt, you are already one. Okay. Silly green screen. Hey Rose, hi friends, hi Kung, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a marvellous day. Okay, so my Twitch username is that, obviously. My character's name is Pooter. I'm a man, you know. This picture here proves I'm a man. For those of you that haven't seen. I'm a human. So yeah, we don't just have humans in this game. We've got elves, we've got cat people, fairies, we even have cats, wolves and dragons. We haven't got any, we've got humans, we got an elf I think, we got a fairy, and we have a couple of reptiles, but we don't have dogs or kitties yet. Be cool when we start introducing other races into the game. Okay, and this is where you get to pick what you want your class to be, and I give you a first or second choice simply because if the first one's already been taken by somebody else. So these are the ones we've got. The ones that have already been taken are gone now off the list. We've already got a sorcerer, a vampire, a knight, a diplomat and a herbalist. So they're off the list now. So I want to try and have, one character be a class each, rather than have 50 bards or something. Not that we'd ever have 50 playable characters in the game, but you never know. You never know. So yeah, we got a few interesting ones here, and if anybody does have any suggestions for classes, I will add it to the list. I won't say no. Also, I think I need to change something. I've just realised something, guys. I forgot to change to science and technology. We're still in just chatting, so we'll do that now. Oopsie. We kind of are just chatting, but we've moved on to game stuff now. So where were we? Right, so I'm going to just put anything. But yeah, like I said, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we got 15 classes. Like, that's a lot. We need 15 more playable characters to use all them up. But so the sooner you get there, the sooner you get your raindrops, the sooner you can have more choice before these get taken by others. And when you do fill in your character sheet, you get a lovely character sheet like this. I personally design it, and this is another reason we don't have too many characters in the game, because otherwise all I'll be doing with my life is creating character sheets. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to creating some more when you guys get to fill in your forms. So yeah, and then you got a goal, so you can pick whichever one you want, whatever you think will fit your character best. And if you want to expand on your goal, you can put it in there. So most of these are quite generic. It can fit for a number of character arcs, I guess, some of these, and that's just the part where you can expand on it. And because some of you guys might have not seen this part of the character form yet, because it doesn't let you look unless you fill it in, and this is just like personality and stuff. But so yeah, it's quite a bit to fill in. Playable characters have the most to fill in. If you just want to be a minor NPC, there's less to fill in. So it's your choice. Some people might just want to be an NPC, others might actually want to have a class and stuff and be used in battle. Okay. Oh yes, we have to change this as well. Every Monday. Is that save now? Okay, I think my YouTube already has that. I've already changed the YouTube. Don't forget, if you're not following me on there yet, there you go. I will be uploading videos regularly. I'm a bit behind by a few. This is our playlist. I think I'm about 3 behind, so, but now we're only streaming once a week. I'll be catching up with that. I'm great, thank you. Home again after a great holiday, and then week with my mum, back at work with my weird best mate. Weird best work mate. Why are they weird? Weird is good though, yeah. As long as it's not creepy weird. I'm weird, but I wouldn't sound creepy weird. But I'm glad you had a good holiday. It sounded like it was a lot of fun. Sounded like it was awesome. Okay, so I think we've done the main things we need to do. We've made people legendary raindrops. We've changed where we had the 120 hours, because we don't want people reading that and thinking that it's still that. I like Weird Rose. Weird Rose is just silly and a little bit quirky. I think we all need to have a bit of weird in us. Okay, right. I feel like there's something I need to do and I forgot. But if I do, I'll just do it off stream. Okay. RPG Maker. Here we go. And Eulogy Master, I've got your suggestion in my notepad file, because we do that a few times in the past. Some people have come up with some ideas and I've just copied and pasted it all, and I've got this big document now of people's ideas, so when the time comes then I can just look at it and say, yay, I remember that. Okay, one sec. I'm just opening my document where I've got what I've got to do today. Okay, so last time, oh my gosh, the last time the stream was a while ago. I know, honestly, I can't remember much about what we did because it was over a week ago now. But we did do the flowers. We sorted out the parallax mapping. That was a big thing. And oh yes, one thing we did do was we managed to get an enemy on the map. Right here, this is our enemy. So let's link full map. Let's get paint up because I have the map plan on paint. Okay, so this is our map. This is a rough guide of the enemies that are going to be in the areas. So we've got Big Nasty Tree. He comes later on. Although this is just a rough guide. I might like switch things around and make the tree come a little bit earlier, maybe. All depends, but just a little bit of a rough guide. So one thing I think I wanted to do today is, well, mainly battle system stuff, I'd say. We still need to do a bit more mapping, but mapping is something everything can be done off stream really, and now I'm only streaming once a week. It'll allow me a lot more time to work on that, especially because I'm going to be on social media break. Like, I'm literally gonna, it's going to be a test of willpower because I'm going to log out of Twitter, I'm going to log out of Discord, and I'm going to turn off my phone for a whole day every week. And honestly, I think I'm going to get really productive by doing that. I'll probably get absolutely loads done because I feel like I would, because phones and social media is too distracting. Okay. Right, so battle system stuff, right. Plugins, right. So let's start a test play up. I don't think we've got any sound in the background because I've muted it. I've muted the game audio. Same name, both short ones, long hair, both got 2 little kids, but we both got the same sense of humour. Really, really silly. Oh, that's awesome. It's nice that you've got a friend that you're the same as. I struggle to find people similar to me. Really, I'm one of a kind. Okay. So let's just go in our battle system and remind us what it is. So yeah, we're going to do some battle system stuff today. And also maybe think about enemies and the skills that we're going to give them. My goodness, this is still a problem, the loading. I'm going to have to go on the forums and find out how to do that. Okay. Because we do have a bit of lag, especially since introducing the parallax mapping. We've suddenly got lag in the game that we didn't have before, because one downfall about parallax mapping is it makes the game file much larger and it can slow things down. But it feels like 90% of games do it in RPG Maker and they get around it, so I'm sure there's a way. Okay, so at the moment things are pretty boring in this battle system. All that happens is Jesus he just like does that with his fist and he doesn't even walk up to the enemy. This is the vanilla battle system in RPG Maker. They just like walk forward a bit, do that, and then that's it. So what we're going to do, we're going to really bring it more to life. There's some plugins. Let's get them up. Let's go on the Yanfly website. Okay, so battle plugins, right. So what I'm looking at, the action sequence packs plugins, and all this will do is that our party members won't just stand there and punch. They will actually do so much more. One of those things I really want them to do is actually walk up to the enemy. So let's open up a video and see an example of what we could potentially do. Skip forward a bit. It's going to be a bit of experimenting to get this right, but it'll be completely worth it in the end. Nothing bad with being unique, like a unicorn. Yeah, I'm a unicorn. I need a horn. So yeah, as you can see, they move closer to the enemy, but I'm not so fussed about the jumping, but the moving close to the enemy is definitely much better. What about action sequence pack 3? What does this do? I want to see an example. Here we go, let's go. Yeah, it's about to start. Let's see what this does. So yeah, he moves up to the enemy. Like, that's pretty neat. I mean, it's much better than just having the character stand there like a loony. Wow. Another thing I wanted to do is have weapons in the character's hands as well. And you could see in that he did have the weapon. He had a sword slash, but he only had it out when he did the attack. So, I'm going to see if there's a plugin that does that as well. And I'm pretty sure there is one that lets the character have their weapon in hand throughout the battle. And there is loads. Honestly, it can be quite overwhelming how much stuff there is here. Already downloaded the turn order display one. It's absolutely tons. Okay, so we'll probably introduce things slowly though, because you could literally be here for months just trying these out. One thing I do really want, let's find it, let's get down, is this though. The victory aftermath. Because at the moment, If we open it up again and look what the victory aftermath is like, it's very boring. A little box comes up saying you got X amount of XP, and that's it. But the Ganfly plugin is more visual, and it shows the experience going up, and it'll be more awesome. So I think we'll download that first, actually. But there's still stuff to change. Like, visually, it's a lot better than the default, but there's still things I have to do. It's not 100% there yet, but it's getting there. Ideally, I'd like an arrow to be above the enemy's head rather than them highlight white. And I know there's a plugin that does that. So yeah, let's just kill him. I did make Jesus stronger this time, and he can kill the plant in 2 hits, I think. I think the toxic plant definitely needs poison as a skill. What kind of toxic plant doesn't have poison? Hi Cornelius, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, I'm curious, guys. So yeah, as you can see, it was just a box. All it says was Jesus was victorious. You got 10 experience. So yeah, it's pretty boring. And also, I've managed to successfully make the enemy disappear when they die, and also disappears off the mini-map as well. I was happy to have got the mini-map working successfully as well. And we got the enemy, we got a little red dot for the enemies when they're on the screen too. And that we did that all in the last stream. Okay, so... And also every week I will be telling you guys what my plan is for the next stream. So I'll be like, next Monday, this will be, I'm aiming for this to be here and this to be here. And I think reaching those goals will be far more achievable with the way the schedule is now. I might not always meet them because sometimes stuff happens, but I will try my best. Okay, so let's get back. What's the difference between these two then? Victory aftermath and aftermath level up. I feel like they do the same thing. Yeah, but it'll actually be quite exciting to do like specials for the characters as well. Like really snazzy animations. It's going to be neat. And I'm quite like, shall I work on the battle system or shall I work on the mapping? Because it's two things that need focus. The battle system needs sorting for sure, and the mapping does, because although we've done the parallax mapping with the flowers now and the mini maps are working, we need to work on the other screens as well, because we've already done 2 out of the 6. We need 6 out of 6. I'm gonna do the first 3 first, and we'll do the last 3 afterwards. Take it all a step at a time. So yeah, I want to see what this is, but I remember looking at it and thinking, okay, this is cool, I want this. But also, we've seen that we're going to be meeting the toxic plant and the little mushroom first. Or it might be the flower or the bee, I haven't decided yet. I might actually switch it around to the flower and the bee first. But need to think about what kind of skills they're going to have. Like, I imagine poison and sting. Sting for the bee, whatever that'd be. Poison for toxic plant. What would a mushroom have? And what would a flower have? So I might have to look at some other RPG enemies and see what I have. Not that I'm copying or anything, but if chat's up to suggest anything, then I will definitely make a note, because I want to see what you think, what sort of skills would suit toxic plants, mushrooms, flowers and bees. I was going to put a poll up and say, but I think this is something that could be discussed in chat, things like skills. It's not something that necessarily needs a poll, but I do think we will most likely have a poll most streams, because by the time every Monday comes around, I'll have probably thought of a poll for us, or two. I don't think there is one today though, but maybe next Monday. Okay, yeah, let's have a look how it looks. I paused it at a worse time. So yeah, it's just a screen that has a more visual showing of how much experience you've got with the bar. And these are the drops. They are. I feel like I need to do a burp. But yeah, that is like miles better than the default. Can't believe it doesn't even have that on the default. But what's this one like? This is like another plugin, but it looked like it was the same thing. Maybe it isn't. I still feel really sick. Have you ever had like nausea that won't go away? All the actors have leveled up. This means we should see 4 level up screens with this plugin. As you can see, the level up screen will show the changes in stats between the previous level and the new level. Oh, that's pretty neat. And any skills the actor has learnt from the level up will also be listed. So this is just more of an in-depth aftermath screen then. Imagine learning all those skills in one go. That'd be crazy. Yeah. So it's pretty much the same, just a more in-depth version. I'm very glad that that plugin exists. It just makes it so much better. And okay, so let's get an RPG Maker again. This is how it all works. So we've got Warrior and Hunter. If you guys can see that, I hope the text isn't too small. And Warrior and Hunter are our custom heroes classes. The player gets the choice of which one they want to be. So we have to work on both. Warrior is someone who holds an axe, and Hunter is someone that holds a bow. Warrior is heavy armour, but Hunter is light armour. If you thought the Warrior was the one who had the sword, you're wrong, because it's the Knight that has the sword, and that's Special Stream Cannon's character. Whenever he'll get introduced, we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so yeah, because we've got 2 classes, we will have to think about potential skills and specials that they'll have. All we do when we want to have a skill is, these are all the defaults. We'll probably change some of these because we don't really need all of them. We want them to be our own as well. We don't want the defaults. It can get a little bit confusing because it can get a bit technical sometimes, so I'll probably have to look at some guides, but once I understand it, it'll be easy peasy. It works similar to probably how the other older RPG makers worked, but my goodness, it's been years since I've done this in the battle system. So yeah, this is just basically everything for the skill goes in here. Where does it let you set the animation? Yeah, it also lets you set the animation here, and all the animations are in this section of the database. So there are loads. There are a lot, and obviously you can add more and get your own custom ones. Find them as assets online, or you can create your own. But there's a lot. There's elemental ones. But yeah, there's basically an animation for everything possible. And I think you can change the colour as well. It lets you change the hue. So yeah. So that's pretty neat. So it's just animation. Oh, states as well. States are things like, yeah, poison. So if we give the toxic plant poison, we'll have to have it as a state. It's already there though, so we might have to just change it a little bit to our liking, but it's already there. So we haven't got poison as a skill, but I think what we have to do is, yes, we just make the skill, and in this section where it's got effects, we'd have add state, and then we add poison, and then that should work. So when the enemy hits you, it'll add the poison state. But I think the enemy's skills and the character skills all go in the same section of the database. There's not a separate one. So characters and enemies share this. Sometimes I would think it'd be easier if there was separate ones, but there isn't, so we gotta just make do. But at the moment, our toxic plant just does attack. It's pretty boring. Pretty boring toxic plant at the moment. I've given him 60 HP, and his attack defense and everything else is 10. Because having him have 60 HP allows him to get hit twice and then die. On average, our hero hits with about 40 HP at the moment, which I think is a reasonable amount of HP to hit with at the start of the game. Let's have a look at so this is the attack curve. It lets you customise this to your liking. You can either have an A, B, C, D or A, and E is obviously the slowest growth and A is the fastest growth. So what was ours on? I can't remember, but I do like that curve. So at level 1, the value is 16. 16 basically, this is the formula, so the outcome for whatever he attacks with is based on that formula, which I don't actually understand, but it does come up to about 40 something attacks. So it's like double or triple what the value for the attack is. When you're on level 99, the value is 138. So I'm not sure how much that means they'd attack with, but I want them to be strong. When the character's on level 99, I want them to be hitting with like loads, because we want to see the increase. We want to see the increase of power. Oh, those animations look cool to do, don't they? We're gonna make it flashy and awesome. What about giving the mushroom a sleep power? So a sleeping stat. Oh my god, Eugy Master, you genius. Right. Here you go. See, this is where I've made your note. So Eulogy Master, sleep power, sleeping state for mushroom enemy. And that's good because the toxic plant, our lovely little toxic plant here, gives the poison state, and the mushroom will give a sleeping state. So we've got lots of different states going on there, and God help us if we've got a plant and mushroom in one. What about the flower and the bee? Like, I mean, the flower, I can... This is why I need to look at the internet and see what Final Fantasy did, or other RPGs for these sort of monsters. I'm going to nick their ideas. But, yeah. We are still in the first dungeon, so it's not going to be like crazy hard. And if they do poison or sleep us, it'll only have a certain percentage, so they won't be 100% successful every time, because that'd be really cruel. Yeah. So it's about just getting the balance right and making it not too annoying at this stage of the game, but at the same time not like a complete walk in the park either. So yeah, this is really when we're dealing with the battle system, it's not so much the actor's screen, although this is where you set the initial equipment. But it's, yeah, the classes, the skills, enemies, and this is where we add the troops. So if we want more than one, we have to do that. So if we want 2 or 3 on the screen. But at the moment we've just got 1. Oops, I put too many on there. Okay, so we've only got a toxic plant. I want us to add our other enemies as well. So, mushroom. What's the mushroom's name? What did we call it? And these are just the names we've given for now. We might like put a voting thing up where we think of names for them, but it seemed like, you know, I might as well call it a mushroom, because if we call it like a pooter, people will be like, why is a mushroom a pooter? And it'll be confusing. I think we deleted the poll, didn't we? Damn it. I still need to post the results on Twitter for the poll. I think I have it saved somewhere though. Should do. Let's find it. Because I've got all the enemies that won the poll and what their names are on this file. Just got to find it. But the thing is, you can't give low enemy status effects though, because players will run through items fast. Run through items fast. What do you mean by run through items fast? I feel like I need to make a note of what you've said. And when my brain's finally working, I'll hopefully understand. Oh my goodness. Okay. Where's this city file? Oh, here it is. Okay, guys, so here it is. This still need, I haven't put this up on Twitter yet. I've been neglecting the Raindrop Chronicles Twitter. So, mushroom. Mushroom. Flower. White flower and bee. We'll just work on these 4 for now. We do have more. We got the big tray. We've got little Stumpy. We've got the deer. They're also enemies that are going to be there. Unfortunately, Mr. Panda, Golem and the reptile didn't win or get anywhere close to the amount of votes. So, but yeah, 7 enemies is decent, and we're splitting them up. So here we go. Dirt save. Yeah, we're splitting them up, so we're encountering the plant, the mushroom, the flower and the bee on the first couple of maps, and we'll encounter them again on the 3rd map. But then on the last 3 screens, it's different enemies. We'll get the deer and Stumpy and the big tree on the last 3 maps, just for some variety, and also because this is where the destination for the first main quest is, and we're going to have another party member join us at this point, which means if there's another party member, the enemies have to get a little bit tougher. So these enemies, Stumpy, Deer and Tree, are going to be a little bit harder than these 4. So so that means we're going to just work on these ones first. And then once we've got the first 3 maps done and we create the last 3, that's when we can start working on the other 3. Well, do you plan to have items to heal status effects like anti-venom potions and poison, for instance? Yes. And that's interesting you bring that up, Eulogy Master, because we haven't actually discussed items yet. We don't even know what the potions of this world are called yet. And I think that's why we've held back, because I don't want to just call them potion or Phoenix Down and, the typical Final Fantasy. We're going to have our own names. So we'll definitely be doing a vote and poll thing on that. It's probably too late in the stream to do that now. So next Monday, we might do that actually. We might think of item names and do a vote. Yeah, things like what will we name our potions, what will we name our revives, antidotes, which is the poison recovery item, and sleep recovery. I forgot the name of the sleep recovery item. Oh, sleep doesn't need recovery in most RPGs because it disappears after the battle ends anyway. But things like poison and paralyze and all those sort of effects do need an item. We probably won't be introducing paralyze or anything like that at this stage of the game. I think that would be evil. Having paralyze in the first dungeon, but sleep and poison are some very good early level status effects, I'd say. And you definitely think the mushroom suits the sleep over the flower, because I'm allergic to flowers, guys. It can make me ill because of hay fever. What status effect would hay fever be? Isn't that sleep? I swear it is, because I get sleepy when I get hay fever. Okay, so where have we saved our enemies? We need to... we've only got the toxic plant saved. These are all the defaults, and we're not using the defaults. We have an awesome artist who has a Patreon that works on this style, of the same style as the toxic plant. And all these enemies were created by him, and he adds new enemies weekly to his Patreon. I mean, he doesn't just do them on his Patreon here, he gives them out for free as well. He just does extra ones on his Patreon, and there's literally so many of them that we're definitely going to have enough in the game. There's just a massive amount of enemies that he's done. So we're going to stick to that same art style for consistency. He's good at human characters as well, not just the animal types or creature monster types. Oh, hay feverish hero sounds cool. Do any of you guys get hay fever too? I can't be the only one, surely. Okay. Right. So we're gonna add. Oh my gosh, there's so much to do. It's like, should we do the plugins for the battle system to make it all flashy and more fancy? Should we add the enemies? Should we do their skills? It's like all about prioritising everything in the right order. And that's not even including the mapping stuff either. Because I still have to do the mini map for the second screen, and we have to do the third one as well. But at least our first Everbloom Forest map is done now. Well, it's kind of done. Unfortunate one and not affected by that. Oh, you're lucky. Yeah, it's one thing that can bring you down in the summer months. You get that. My dad suffers from it, so I've obviously stole it from him. He gets injections up his bum because of it. He has to have bum injections to get rid of his hay fever. How bad is that? I won't do that though. I'd rather put up with it. Guys, now we're talking about hay fever, I feel like I've got a cold. It's psychological. Poor man, yeah, I know. My mum doesn't suffer from it. My nose feels all bunged up. It's bogue, isn't it? It's a good job you don't have to see a close-up of my nostrils. One thing about me, I can't blow my nose. It's a confession of mine, I can't do it. And I don't know why, it makes me feel like if I blew my nose, I'd feel like all my guts were coming out as well. It's disgusting, so I just don't do it. And I know that's probably bad for me, but oh well. Daddy Raindrop's bush. Oh, you gotta have some privacy. How dare they look at our butts? I was looking at mine. Okay, so we were going to add our enemies. And it's going to be a little bit tricky because when we add the poison, we got to go under states and we've got to get it all right. So I'm probably going to have to look at some YouTube guide for that because there's definitely going to be one out there. Yeah, it involves numbers and maths. And that means that Rose has to put her thinking cap on. And this is where we've got our items, weapons and armours, by the way. I kind of want to delete all these because they're the defaults, but the reason I'm not is because they're there for a template. Okay, so right, they should be in a folder. These enemies. I made a folder on the desktop called Monsters in capital letters, and they're all in there. So, okay. I'm just opening my file explorer at the moment, guys, which you can't see. This is all not captured on stream for safety reasons, because you guys would see all my private details if I showed this. Okay. So, I need to just open the path to where the game is. And drag the monsters from the desktop folder into there. Simple as that. And then like that, I'll be able to pick them, put them in the database. Okay, flower. Bee. And the shroom. There we go, they're there now. So they should be there. We should be able to get them now. White flowers there. We'll see how these look in the battle system too. We'll test them out, make sure they look good. So Rose's male stripper, I knew you'd think that. I had a feeling that you'd think, oh, she's hiding from us because of all her hentai. Well, I guess you never know. Okay, right, let's go back on the display capture now. Right, for some reason I can't find the mushroom. I think it's because it's not called mushroom, it was called something shroom. And now I can't find it. The bee's there. There we go, there he is, forest shroom. Okay, so these are our first 4 enemies. Awesome. So they're all boring at the moment. They don't drop any items. The toxic plant gives 10 XP though. We still got to give XP to the others, but I'm not sure how many yet. But yeah, well, for example, if the toxic plant poisons us, we will drop an item that heals poison, so it's not too frustrating. And same for the one that gives sleep. And And the skills don't have to all be status effect related ones. They could just like be awesome special attacks that are a little bit stronger than the normal attack maybe. Gonna have to look at other RPGs for inspiration to see what they give forest enemies. Nothing wrong with keeping hentai regimen at all. Yeah, I am. I'm not 12. Even though people think I am. Like the bus driver. How dare they? I could have gotten for childfare though. Should have pretended to be 12. Okay, so what we're going to do is, let's just copy and paste this one. We're going to put next enemy here maybe. So all we have to do is change plan. Oh, I've been silly. You know what I haven't done? We need to do this, so. So what have we got? Toxic plant, mushroom, white flower and bee. Yeah, we have to do it twice. This is just basic. See, this is the section of the database where we give them all their traits, skills, stats and all that. But this is the section where we actually, how can I explain it? Literally just so you can add more than one to the battle, because you don't necessarily just have the one enemy, do you? Sometimes you might have 2 bees or 2 flowers or 3. And it also has a section for conditions as well, which I think just lets you add anything you want here to the battle. If it's a special encounter or something, you can even add some dialogue or text if you want. Okay, so mushroom. We're just gonna have one of each enemy for now. But some encounters might have more than one later. I feel like I've got a massive burp. What's going on? Is it water? Does water make you want to burp? Is that what's happening? Because that's all I've drank. And I've not ate anything for about 4 hours. Okay, so we've put the plant, oops, we put the plant over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2. This is so I can get them in the right position, because wherever we place them on this screen is where they'll appear on the map. And because we've got the resolution a little bit different to the default, it's not always accurate with what you see on here. So they're about in the right position there, but if we need to change them, we will. So that's all done now. So what we were doing was we just need to change toxic plant to mushroom for this one. Okay, so the switch is different. This is where things get a little bit complicated now, because we have to give them their own variables and switches, each of these enemies. And if we want it to appear on the mini map, we have to like do this again. What's this? So I'm thinking, should instead of like adding it to this current one, should we just make loads of events, or will that backfire on us? Will that create a really laggy map if we do that? We could do that for now, and if it ends up being laggy, we can always change it. Okay, so we need to do everything that we've done for this enemy here, we're going to do for this one too. Once we get into the groove of it, it won't be too difficult. Hi Living on Edge, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Happy Monday. Good to see all you guys. I'm so happy to see your faces stopping, because I'm not going to see them until another Monday. And admit you'll miss me. That's why you're here today, because you'll miss me too much knowing you have to wait another week to see me. So, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, that's our new schedule. Okay, so miss you way too much, I know. You guys will like miss me like crazy, and it'll be like, when's Monday gonna come? Need more rose. Is that cocky of me to say? I'm very full of myself, aren't I? Of course we miss you. Aw. Props to you for doing what's going to make you happy, Rose. That makes us happy. Yeah, it's just, you know, like, it's like really difficult to explain unless you stream. I mean, not every streamer's like me. Some people like thrive by streaming more. And some are in the sort of environment where they can stream more, like they live alone and they get a lot of free time. And of course, if you enjoy streaming, you want to spend all your free time streaming. But it's a little bit difficult for me because I'm not living on my own, and so you can easily get interrupted. And there's so many other things I'm doing at the same time as this. So this will just like really make things more relaxing for me and less pressure. But everything's explained in that long message anyway. Okay, so what we'll be doing, okay, so that one's event 9 and this one's event 20. Why have we come from event 9 to event 20? We haven't added loads of events. We've only added a few. Oh, I don't know. I guess we've got this event 20 then. So if that's the case, we need to, let's remember it's event 20. So everything that currently has event 9 just needs to get changed to event 20, because event 9 was our other enemy. Okay, we might need to have a new picture number, maybe, but I'm going to test it first and see. Enemy 1 dead. Okay, this is enemy 2 dead now. Oops, I missed the dead off. So that means that was just basically getting the enemy indicator on the mini-map. And now we have to deal with the enemy. So if we win the battle, we have the switch on for enemy 2 dead. So it'll disappear. And enemy 2 dead. Changes to that switch and the image is gone. So that's when it's alive and that's when it's dead. And because it's a mushroom, we're gonna have to change the image so it doesn't look like a plant. So we'll find a sprite for it as well. But first of all, we'll test it. Want to make sure it actually works first. Okay, so I'm looking at the mini map and yes, we don't have 2 indicators. And I know the reason why that's happened. For some reason that enemy's stuck as well, he can't move. I think it's because the tree got in the way. But the reason why that's happened is because we didn't change the image. And I did think that we had to do that. So I'm hoping just doing number 4 will make that happen. Hopefully we don't need an actual other image from the folder. We'll see. Hi Dave, how are you doing? A sprite for it. How about mounted you instead? Oh my gosh, Dava, you and your puns. I love it. I wouldn't have even thought of that. You've got a quick mind. Sprite's good though. Is it your favourite soft drink? What's everyone's soft drink? But yay, we've got 2 enemy indicators on the map now. And he's got stuck again, the silly thing. It's definitely the path we've given him. Obviously, if he bumps into the tree, it stops him moving for good. Oh god, I feel like I need to do a massive sneeze. Okay, so let's test and make sure the mushroom appears. Okay, so there's our little mushroom. I feel like we definitely need more than 1 mushroom. He looks a bit lonely there. So we'll probably put 2 mushrooms in the encounter. How many HP did we give the mushroom? I can't even remember if we edited its HP. But yeah, as you can see, everything's pretty standard at the moment. There's not much flashiness going on, and our hero is a bit rooted to the spot at the moment when he attacks. But we're gonna make it a bit more snazzy. We're gonna make the hero actually move up to the enemy and have his weapon in his hand, and it'll just look more fancy like that, and then the animations will happen. I think we've already kind of got the hit animation, but it's a bit silly because he's a warrior and he shouldn't be punching with his fists. Yay, Jesus was victorious. It took about 4 hits to kill that. I feel like two hits is ideal if there's 2 on the screen, maybe. I know, we've got to get the balancing right. It's still a bit tricky at this stage, especially when we've not added the skills. Because once we've added the skills, they might be a lot harder to defeat then. Also, for some reason we've killed him and the enemy indicators disappeared on that one above. So obviously I've made a mistake. So if we win, enemy 2 dead is on. Which is what's happened. So much testing. You guys are going to be testing my game for me when the time comes. When episode 1 is going to be released, before it gets released, some of you can test the game for me. Whoever wants to, that is. I won't force people to, but if anybody fancies testing, then you can. It'll be whoever volunteers. Might just be me, I might be the only tester. And when it comes out, it'll be all buggy. But episode 1, because we're releasing in episodes, the play time will probably be about 3 hours, 4 hours-ish maybe. I say that's probably the average. Might be more if people want to do all the side quests. Root beer all day. You like root beer? You know what? I don't think I've ever had root beer before. I'm not really a beer person, funnily enough. Am I missing out? I'm just working through roulettes on FF14. Oh my goodness, he's still addicted to 14, Diver. Since I'm not from an English-speaking country, I've always been intrigued by where the name of soft hard drinks come from. Yeah. I call it pop. Fizzy pop. But I know that some people call it soft drinks, so that's why I'm using that term. Hard drink, yeah, hard drink. Doesn't sound very nice. I wouldn't want to drink like metal either, to be honest. I just want to drink liquid drinks. Hard drinks are normally alcohol, I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong. Would damage teeth and throat. Yeah, metal would damage teeth and throat. Yeah. Yay, I'd love to test. That'd be awesome, Cornelius. That's awesome. But I haven't got a date set at the moment or anything, but I kind of imagine it'd probably take a few months to half a year to complete an episode, to get an episode done. But maybe I'm being a little bit generous there. It could take longer. It's very difficult to say at this point. But it's going to be a lot easier to release it with episodes rather than one full game, because we'll just be waiting forever then. And it's just more exciting because when you guys are playing episode 1, we'll start working on episode 2, and I think it fits more for a community sort of game to do it that way. Drinking ice. I like eating ice. If I'm in a hot country, I would eat ice. In America, we have a bunch of different names for soft drinks. Soda pop, fizzy. I used to drink it all the time, fizzy drinks, but I haven't. I'm more of a coffee and green tea person these days. If you put root beer in a square glass, does it become beer? Yeah. Oh my goodness, you guys are all so witty. I love it. Tetsuos, yeah. It's a soft drink because it doesn't have, yeah. I can get very addicted. My favourite soft drink is actually Dr. Pepper. That's mine. I don't know, I just love it. It all makes sense. Soft drinks was created standard advertising carbonated beverages. There were so many names for the same thing, like pop soda. Hi Stick, how are you doing? And they're not very good for you, are they? Let's face it, you're putting acid into your belly. It feels like that anyway, so that's why I stopped drinking it as much. I tend to only have it for a treat now, if I'm going to have it. Love Dr. Pepper. I used to drink fizzy drinks on a daily basis. Sometimes like 3 glasses a day. That was when I was a teen. I wouldn't say it felt like it. I was unhealthy because, to be honest, I had more energy then. I'd go up at reasonable times and I did more. But that's because I'm getting old now. But yeah, I wouldn't say it like made me really ill drinking that much fizzy pop. Yeah, the caffeine probably gave me energy if anything. But yeah, I just don't have it these days. Maybe I should start again. Dr. Pepper's like just amazing though, isn't it? I love the taste. Okay, so what were we trying to do? I feel like it's something to do with this. I'm going to have to sort this out after stream though, because it's one of those finicky little bugs that could either like be solved in a minute or be solved in an hour. And yeah, I'll do that for another time. So let's do a sprite for our mushroom. Let's do some enemy sprites. So I'm going to just, oops. Okay, so right, so we're on Google. Right, we're gonna use this one. We got the one for Stumpy, which I'm really happy about. Our little Stumpy enemy. Bit pixelated when we're zooming on him here, but he's cute. You can tell he's cute, and we got a sprite for him there, which is nice. Okay, so opening new tab, and we've got a mushroom here, so there's plenty of resources and assets for sprites. You just have to Google the enemy name, sprite, RPG Maker MV, and they all come up. And even if we don't get an enemy that looks exactly like the one we do, it doesn't matter anyway, because we turned it into a silhouette. My God, looks scary though, you do. Okay, I'm going to have to go off my display capture now, because as I'm saving the image, it'll make a pop-up come up, and all my private information will be on there again. More energy because of the sugar rush. Yeah, I think that's probably why I had more energy when I drank fizzy pop, yeah. Just gives you that rush. It's like Red Bull and all those drinks. They do that too. Okay, so once again I need to find the path. for our game, and it takes a while because there's so many folders that we need to click to get to the path. And for some reason, it's been slow. My computer is. Okay, image. I'm just going to call it enemies 1. I was going to call it mushroom, but then I realised that the tree stump's on there as well, and there's other enemies, so I'm going to call it enemies 1, a file, and now we need to open Photoshop. And this isn't too hard to do, it's literally just a minute job. Once the file's open in Photoshop, you just have to turn it black into a silhouette, and then it's there. Alright, gonna go take my grandma out for some lunch. We'll talk to you guys later. That sounds lovely. I hope you have an awesome, yummy lunch. Whatever it is that you choose to eat. What do you guys eat when you go out for lunch? What's your go-to? Mine? I went out for a pub lunch with my sister, a boyfriend, and my mum and dad last week, and I had, what's it called? Halloumi, if I said that right. It's like cheese with batter around it. That was really nice. Photoshop is taking forever. Rose has a BF, my sister's boyfriend. Is the one that we went to the pub with. We don't share a boyfriend. Nope, that would be weird. Although I did know my sister's boyfriend before she knew him. She met him through me, so she has me to thank for that. Photoshop is like still loading, it's not opening at all today. So give me a moment. Okay, it should be working now. Rose Ray matchmaker, yeah. It's weird. My sister met her boyfriend when she was 13 years old, and she had such a big crush on him. She's 27 now. She's 2 years younger than me. So yeah, she's known him for 15 years. It's quite sweet, really. But yeah, she was in love with him when she was 13. But he was like 16 at the time, because he was in my year at school. So it would have just been a bit weird if there was a couple then. But she liked him, and they ended up, you know, fading away, doing their own thing. But then they got back in touch years later, and they've been together for about what's felt like a decade. No, it's been about 5 years or 6 years or something. Okay, where's the Photoshop on our window capture? We got lag. Photoshop hogs at all the computer. In the future, I'm going to have Photoshop open before stream. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I've got a bit of lag, guys. You'll have to bear with me. One thing that could make this easier is if I could get the file path of the RPG Maker stuff easier. Because I have to click on the local disk, then I have to click on Raindrop Chronicles, then Raindrop Chronicles again, then yeah, there's about like 8 different folders I have to click on to get to it. Okay, finally. Right, here we go. Thank you for the follow, artist. Just created a Twitch so I could follow you. Oh my goodness, you did. That's, honestly, I'm so flattered. What the hell? Thank you so much. How are you? Thanks for joining us. I appreciate that. Where did you find me? Welcome to the stream. Here we go. Let's get rid of our grid. So we're going to be using the mushroom and the stump for 2 of our enemies. Who knows, we might have a worm and a bug enemy in the future that we'll want as well. Let's see what they look like as a silhouette. I think this was how I did it last time. Yep. So all you really have to do is do that, and then it's a silhouette. That one has some red marks on it though, so we'll just do it again. For some reason it's not working. There's a number of ways to do this. You can also, this is probably easier actually, click on the image and just do a colour overlay. I might have done it that way last time actually. So yeah, you can tell it's a mushroom, can't you? And you can tell that's a tree stump. I'm doing great. I wanted to watch live stream programming and your title looked really interesting. Ah, well that's awesome. And hang on, what's my command? Let's find it. It'll tell you more about the project. !project. And ! character. So if you want to read more about the project, then feel free to follow us on Twitter. And for some reason our character command isn't coming up, but it should do now. Let's do it. There we go. So if you're interested, you can read more about it on that link as well. It's a bit of an FAQ page. And Andy Cake, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. But yes, we're making a game together for fun. It's a community thing. We improvise it together. So we don't really know what's going to happen yet, story-wise or anything. We all like improvise the adventure as we go along, like a bit like D&D style. So we basically decide that with polls on Discord and sometimes in chat as well. It's been fun. It's been fun. We're still very early on in the game. We're making the first dungeon at the moment and doing our first set of enemies. And the game will be released with episodes, so it'll be split into episodes rather than a full massive game. Andy Cake, how is your Monday going, Andy Cake? Hope it's going awesome. So let's save this image and we'll add the mushroom to the game. Okay, let's go back to this. I'm probably going to just call them all enemies with a number at the end. I'll change that name just to keep it more organised and structured. Yep, we've got a lot of custom hero assets. It's ridiculous. Enemies 1, there we go. Okay. What's the route? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 steps left and 6 steps right. Is it bumping into the tree? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's why it got stuck. So if we move it there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. No, it shouldn't get stuck. Let's test it. Let's see how our little mushroom looks as a silhouette bouncing around the map. Sat by a bus station and a mother's kid messed with me. What? Messed with you? How so? What did they do? Oh my goodness, that sounds a bit disturbing. I hope he didn't touch you in inappropriate places, Andy Cake. Oh no. I hope your cooking is awesome. What are you making? Hi, where's that game gone? There we go, it's there. No. Don't worry. Don't worry. I definitely know I read it wrong because that's what I'm like. Rowdy children. And why have we got lag? Okay, lag have finally gone. Yeah, I don't know how people can have kids because I had my bathroom window open this morning and there was a kid screaming her head off, and honestly I don't know how people can do it. You must have to have the patience of a saint. We got lag. I need to fix this. It's Parallax Mapping's fault. Maybe it's the mushroom's fault. Don't you think it looks adorable? That mushroom's the cutest thing ever. It's just bouncing up and down. It's big though. It's massive compared to that. I feel like we need to sort out the proportions of these silhouettes so that they match with the actual enemies. But it's not that hard. Yeah, it's a pretty small mushroom, really, so we don't want it to be too big. Yeah, so we know it works. I have to still do the HUD for this section because that's the default Mog Hunter UI. So I need to change it to my version. But yeah, the enemy indicators are all working. They're in the right positions. The only bug we have is that when we kill the mushroom, both the enemy indicators die for some reason. They disappear, so I need to fix that. I think he's got 100 HP, this mushroom, and we're definitely going to lower it. But yeah, he's gone. And yeah, for some reason, the indicator for that enemy disappears too. So I'm going to fix that off stream because it's one of those things that could either take 5 minutes or could take longer. And I much prefer doing bug fixing problems off stream. After hearing it for so long, you zone out, father of 2. Oh my goodness. Yeah, was it hard at first? I can imagine it's really difficult. And this game looks super cute. Gonna show my wife this channel, try and get her into programming. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really a coder. Like, this is why RPG Maker's such a good piece of software, especially for beginners, because as long as you know your way around software, it's not too difficult. And yeah, so anybody that wants to make a game, has thought about it, but doesn't really have much coding experience, this is a good one to jump into for a newcomer. You don't know how people can have kids? Damn, I was hoping that I could wait to explain until you was a little older. Yeah, I'm definitely not ready. Even though, like, the age I am now was the age my mum was when she had me. And she thought she was super old when she had me as well. I'm like, my sister's like, she's like, you know, if you wait 5 more years, you won't be able to have them, Rose, because you'll be on the menopause. And I'm like, well, thank you. I mean, thank you, sister. But my sister's different to me. She wants kids. She's maternal. We're gonna have more enemies down here. So let's get off this map for now. Right. So we have 3 little paths on this map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 6 enemies, but we'd have to test it because only by adding them we know if there's too many enemies or too little. But that'll be done once we've done all their skills and all the enemies are ready. And why is this random event here? I feel like that was an accident, so let's delete it. The first is insanely hard, the second is a breeze. Yeah, I was the firstborn and I was a nightmare apparently. An absolute nightmare. I was a good toddler though. My sister was the good baby, I was the bad baby. But she was the bad toddler and I was the good toddler, so we switched places. I was only a bad baby because I had colic. And that's not my fault, is it? Not my fault. I think I would rather be a good toddler if I had to pick. Amen to that. Yeah, Kung is another one. It must have the patience of a saint. So, okay, so what else are we going to do today? Let's just have a look at my list. Get rid of this a sec. I've got a list of all the stuff I need to do, and honestly it does get very long when you're making a game. You like have a small list at first, and as you start adding to the game, the list goes like that. So I'll just tell you what I've got to do. First thing I've got to do is add all the cliff decorations. As you can see, the forest is looking quite pretty with the flowers now, but the cliffs are looking a bit... They could do with some like sort of vine on them and dirt, something that makes the forest look a bit aged. So that's got to still be done. I've not been doing it because I'm lazy. Also, we need to add the raindrop building icon on here, because in Lakefall, our little village, we have the building icons, so the player knows what they mean. And we need to do the same for this building here so people know what it is. This building's the bank of the game. This is where player gets some currency, and they can get currency by doing things like killing monsters. That's the plan so far anyway. And what else? Finish the battle system HUD and make sure it looks a bit more visually appealing. That's kind of 50% done. But we'll always be adding to that all the time. Add plugins to make the battle system more interesting. Yeah, we got to do that too. Add enemies to the battles and maps, which is what we've been doing, and decide the enemy skills and the player skills, etc. for warrior and hunter. So they're like kind of the main tasks, really, and they're the things I'm going to try and get done for Monday's stream. So by Monday, yeah, we're gonna, because this is map 2. So some more enemies will be here as well. But map 3 is what we haven't done yet. It's kind of there but isn't. We need to add some trees and flowers and paths. And also our cabin's going to be here as well. And this is where the map 3 is where the destination for the first main quest is as well. So just get the Discord up. I think it's in here. It's in here. It should be here under main story. So this is our first section of the main story, guys. We've only wrote chapter 1, part 1 so far. Chapter 1 is episode 1, by the way. So once chapter 1 is finished, we move on to chapter 2, and that means episode 1 is finished as well. Okay, so yeah, it's all going to be written in parts. So once we've done this bit, I'm going to start chapter 1 part 2, and I'll probably write a couple of sentences just like I have here, and then you guys can add your submissions. And Chuck won the last one. So yeah, we kind, where are we at the moment in the story? Okay, so we're basically about halfway through. We've started the forest dungeon, but the story stuff hasn't begun yet. We haven't done the story stuff, but once we get to screen 3, that's when it's all gonna happen. We'll get to start all the story stuff then, and I'll have the dialogue and stuff, and that's when I can continue what happens. So it's going to get interesting. Once we start fleshing out the main story and deciding what happens next is when we'll get a good idea of how this is going to go. Okay, so there's a lot of little bits and bobs to do at the moment. We can do some cliff decorations now. We can even do the mini map for the second screen, actually. That's a nice easy job that needs to get done. So all we have to do to create a mini map is save the image. For some reason it's weird, like when I right click you can't see the rest of the stuff, so maybe this will work. Yeah, that's it. So save as image, and then it saves in image pictures. Now we open graphic scale. Graphic scale is the software I use for making the mini maps, because it does them a lot. The look is a lot better, the result, compared to Photoshop. It's a lot smoother. I'll open up graphic scale in a sec, but I have to find the file path again, which always takes forever. No bad babies, it's never the baby's fault. Yeah, it's the parents' fault. Hey, I gotta go, but excited to watch later. When do you stream and what days? I would love to watch tonight. I know you probably have a link for this question. Every Monday at this time. Well, I started about 2 hours ago, just over. So, yes, it's all in the panels. There's a little extension in my panels that has the time, but it is every Monday, only once a week. I also have a YouTube and I upload all the VODs on there. So if you couldn't make the stream, you'll be able to catch up by watching those VODs. So yeah, that'll be awesome. I'm so glad that you stopped by. It's been lovely to meet you, and I hope you have an awesome Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us, artist. Oh, thank you. That is so awesome of you. It's always good to meet new people, and it's nice to see that, because I had someone pop in earlier say they actually found me from YouTube. So that was a nice surprise, because I actually didn't think anyone found me on my YouTube videos. So it's nice. Okay, so file path, Raindrop Chronicles, image, pictures, map 10. Okay, so let's open graphic scale. Okay, so we have to get our grid up. I think it's 24. I mean, it's originally 48 by 48 in RPG Maker, but works a little bit differently in graphic scale. It's yeah, 24 by 24 in graphic scale, and that's exactly how it is, I believe. That's 5 by 4 this section is, so let's double check and see if the grid's right. 5 by 4, yep. Okay, so what I do when I'm creating the mini map is, it takes time. It always does if you're adding extra features, but I think it's worth it. I personally really like having a mini map feature, and I do have a little a button that lets you turn it off if you want it off, because not everybody likes mini maps much. So 1 sec, I have to find the colours. I used 2 different colour blues and I want to make sure they're the right ones. Should probably add them to the colour palette, really. There we go. So this is the light blue. Need to snap to grid because then it's if you don't snap to grid, it doesn't like do it properly. This way you can literally just click the squares and it fills it in. So every section the player can walk on is this light blue colour. That's how we do it. If you've seen me test play the game, you might have seen the mini map in the corner on the other maps. It can be a little bit blocky though doing it this way, but I smooth it out a little bit afterwards once it's done, so it's not so blocky. Hi Kindle Trash, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. One fun way to make a world map is to put some ketchup on a napkin and crumple it up, and then what you get is the world map. That's quite creative actually. You can make some interesting shapes doing that. I agree. And then you can have some chips for dinner and dip them in the napkin. That's pretty gross. It might look like you've had a nosebleed though. It could do. Hope you've been good, Kit Kindled. I hope you've been having a good week. And I think you're a legendary raindrop now, Kindle, by the way, because I've changed the requirements. It used to be 120 hours in the stream, but now it's 500 raindrops. So a few more people are blue in the Discord now because of that. And it's because we've got a different schedule, less streams now, so I've kind of had to change things up a bit so it's easier for people. It's more like reasonable for them to become a legendary raindrop. Otherwise it would take years to get 120 hours in the stream if you knew. Once you've done like the path that they can walk on, the rest is it's easier. Just fill it in with a blue colour. I've been silly again though. I've done it all on the same layer, like a big silly. What I'm meant to do is create a new layer. Yeah, you got 680 raindrops. So that means you can be a character in the game now, guys. Anybody who has 500 raindrops or more can be a character in the game now. So all you have to do is click that link, look at the FAQ page, and it'll have all the links. You can choose to be a playable one, a major NPC, or a minor NPC. So all you have to do is fill in the form whenever you want. There's no rush at all. Some people have been legendary raindrops for a while, but they still haven't filled in the form because they want to wait until the opportunity comes. Because they like have a character in mind, but they're thinking, I want to wait to see how the story pans out more first. But some people want to make one immediately, which is fair enough. And then I get to do a fancy character sheet for you. My friend was going to be here by now, but she's still sleeping apparently and lives an hour away. Oh, really? Well, I hope you have an awesome day. I hope whatever you do together that it's fun. I look at the form. Yay. Today, been busy with your new job, but today is a holiday. Yay, it's a bank holiday, isn't it? Is it bank holiday for you guys in the US as well? Because it is for UK people. I think most people from the UK are off today. I assumed you Americans were at work. But I know nothing. I don't know what you guys do. I'm not with it. I regret not making this on a different layer. Okay, that's done. Now we need to get our other colour, which is a darker blue. Paintbrush. Oi. Damn, it don't work. Okay, one sec. I feel like it did work last time. Just wants to be silly. Also, I'm trying something new today, guys. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. But as soon as this stream ends today, I'll be going off. I'll be going absolutely social media blind. I'll be turning it off for the rest of the day and all of tomorrow as well. And that also includes not being on Discord either or looking at my phone. So I'm literally going to be a complete loner for the next day, but it's a test because I'm thinking of doing this every week now for my sanity and be more productive too. It might help me be more productive and get more done in my day. I ain't going to say your name because it's rude. I know what that says. But welcome to the stream. What do you guys think? Do you think I should do it though? Have you guys ever had like a complete break from social media for a day and like turned your phones off as well? I've never done it before. Well, I think I've tried, but I've always ended up like just giving up and going back after like a few hours. But I think I might do it every Monday after stream and every Tuesday. And then on Wednesday I'll be back. When I got very high in security clearance, I deleted everything on social media. Best thing you ever did. What do you mean you actually didn't go on social media ever again? Like you chose to be off it forever? Is that what you mean? I did that with Facebook. Like, I do have a Facebook account still, but I don't use it. I haven't even logged on to the thing for like probably 2 years. And everybody still uses it, like my family and my sister, but I don't feel like I'm missing out at all. I feel very glad that I'm not wasting time on there. Because all that time you spend scrolling, you could be doing other stuff. It's so lame. Your life gets wasted. And that's kind of why I'm going to at least have one day a week off Twitter. Well, one evening and a whole day off Twitter. But literally, Twitter isn't enough though. I need to like go completely dark from social media and any human contact. Which it isn't too hard for me to do that because I'm really introverted anyway. And I know that I'll get more done if I did that. I'm somebody that has a habit of being easily distracted. So it'll do me good. I've done it a few times because I don't talk with anyone on social. Never again. I haven't used Twitter for about the past year. I basically stopped using Tumblr because people always post spoilers. Yeah, they suck, don't they? I was on Tumblr the other day. I rarely go on it though. Yeah, when friends catch up, I've been forgotten about because they do it all on Facebook, just part of going dark. Yeah, I've been forgotten about too, Stick. Like, all my friends at school use Facebook and I remember getting invited to one of their parties once. It was someone's birthday and I went. This was like over a year ago now. And they were all like, oh my God, we have to meet up more. It's sad how we don't talk. And I was like, yeah, we totally should. But because I don't use Facebook, I just got forgotten. But, you know, I really don't like how it makes me feel going on that site. And I'm starting to get the same feelings with Twitter as well now. I mean, I did a massive unfollow spree the other day on there. I like cut half of my followers down. The people I'm following, I mean. But that, I mean, if you're an introvert, it's not too difficult, I think. I think if you thrive off talking to people, it'd be awful. And you know, if you know, some people don't care and it doesn't bother them if they do look at it. But for me, I find it just wastes so much time. There's nothing new about social media. It's the modern day bread and circuses. Modern day bread and circuses. My goodness. I think we should all just stop using it. It's so... I'm starting to realise it's going to just melt our brains. I'm not that I'm making you guys do what I want, but I like that. Sometimes I think about it and I think, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing this? Why are we even on social media? We're all just sheep as humans. Also, our map is kind of done, but it's fugly. 12 by 12. We need to make it less blocky. What am I doing? Where do I change this? Here we go. 12 by 12. Okay, so let's do another layer for this. So to make it less blocky and a bit more pretty, I've got the burps today. We just we do this. We just like make it a little bit more gradual. Are you not familiar with this phrase? No, I'm not actually, but I thought it was funny. I want to know what it means though. I don't know why I have anxiety and depression. I just stare at a tiny box all day that plasts nightmares into my eyes. Oh God. Sounds horrible, Kindles. But I know that if I do what I do, and I do have social media breaks, people will forget about me. I'll probably have less online friends because of it, because I won't be talking to people. I'll just turn things off. But I think in the long run, it's just going to be better for me, because I just can be more productive. I can just get more done. And it's not just social media. It's like, it's mobile phones too. I'm absolutely dreadful with my phone, and I can just stare at my phone waiting for a text, and that's not healthy either. So I'm getting out of that habit. I'm getting out of it. I'll never forget about you, Rose. Oh, that's so good. I mean, even though I'm streaming less now, does that mean you won't forget about me? Because it's, you know, I'm only streaming once a week. Very few streamers do that. Most streamers have like a schedule where they stream at least a few times a week. I'm being very brave, guys. But I gotta do it, I have to, because I know it'll just drive me mad in the end. I'll be a 70-year-old woman still on Twitch, and I'll have done nothing else with my life. I wonder if Twitch will even be here still when we're pensioners. Probably not. It'll probably just have changed into some other thing. It's from ancient Rome how the emperors kept Plebeians from rising up, circuses reverse the chariot race. It's not like wrinkling bros. Oh, okay. Interesting. I want to start like actually learning more history. I was on a YouTube channel a few weeks ago that I found really fascinating, talking about the history of time, and it made me want to watch more of that stuff. So I just want more time to do stuff like that too, because it's pretty neat. I want more time to read as well. I want to get back into reading books again. I've got all these books on my shelf that I haven't even started. So as you can see, our map's becoming a little bit less blocky now. And it looks, it's going to be at a smaller size anyway. But, so it doesn't look too awful when it's at a smaller size, but definitely looks better when it's less blocky. Waiting for a completely VR game like Sword Art Online. Be an old man when that happens, I know, right? Who knows what the world will be like as we get older. I'll be an old granny playing video games, I do know that though. I haven't had much time to play games lately, but I do know I'll still be playing them when I'm a granny. That's not going to stop. Why is that just a square? A little bit blocky like that, so I'm gonna do that. Got any more sections that are blocky? I think that's fine now. Let's get the grid off and see. No, we've still got that there. How did I miss that? Rosie's putting secret messages in her dungeon design. I might be liquid. How are you today? Speaking of books, how's D&D been going? It's going well. Like it'd been a few weeks because Canon was on hold in the US, and we only had our first session back last Sunday. But it's going good, and I think we got another one this Sunday too. So yeah, it's always a blast, and it's fun to be somebody else for a while. Because now my D&D character is a badass. $93 raindrops. You're getting that stick. Okay, I think that's a bit less blocky. I mean, hang on, let's sort this bit out. I'm a perfectionist. What can I say? There we go. Okay. Right, now when we make it smaller, all our maps are the same size in the game. So it's pretty simple from this point on. Let's flatten the map. Merge them down. You might see a fugly pink colour in a minute. Yeah. I'm sorry if it blinds any of you. But I still don't know why it's that colour. I did change it to white. Okay, so it should be 360 by 220, I think. There we go. I mean 240. So we just take that into Photoshop. Well, one sec, let me find PSD file. Minimap PSD. We got it the right size. Okay, get Photoshop up. Let's say bye to that ugly pink colour. So this is our minimap PSD, and all we do is we copy and paste that in there. We change the transparency bit, but let's get rid of these corners first. So they're on 85%. And then all we do is we save it, and that's done. We basically just put it in as an image in the game. So, minimap Everbloom Forest 2. Not bad taking a break from yard work, trying to figure out what I can do. The pile of gravel you're trying to clear out. Oh my goodness. I'm terrible at yard work. Would you guys have known that? Hello, I've fucking not heard that used in a while. Yeah, it was used in Mean Girls, wasn't it? I like that word. Okay, so let's get our mini map in. So we move that across, copy this event, and we just change it to Everbloom Forest 2. And I think that should be enough. All that needs to be done is the image changes. And another thing we need to do, we need to have the trigger so the player can turn the map off if they wish. So that should be it. We can test play and see. I'm so thirsty, even though I've got water. Okay, so this is just to test if the mini map is working. So let's just run. Character's running at the moment. This is when he's walking at slow pace. So one thing I've noticed is when I go onto another screen, it can take some time for the parallax map to load in. So it's going to look, yep, ugly. Is it changing or is it completely, yeah. See, that's what happens. After about 5 seconds, it goes how it should. And it shouldn't take that long. That is not good. So we need to figure out how to fix that bug. But the mini-map is working. As you can see, we got the little yellow dot where the player's walking. That's what we just made in graphic scale, guys. So it doesn't take too long once you know what you're doing. And we do, as you can see, there is some like path up there above the cliffs, but the player doesn't walk on that bit, so it's not showing it on the mini-map. I mean, I might add it, I'm not sure actually. I've considered it, but I don't know. Probably won't. And I haven't like put the third screen there yet. doesn't link to it yet. So yeah, that's done and it's working. So yeah, it's just getting the enemies on the map, making sure their indicators are there, get the sprites done, make sure they're working in the battle system and that we've got their skills sorted, and also just add some plugins to the battle system. Yeah, they're the main things. And then other than that, it's getting this map done, getting the flowers done, the trees, making it look pretty, putting the cliff decorations up for these maps, and then we're on target after that. And then it's just all about continuing doing the quest, the event that triggers it, and continuing that bit of the story. Oh my goodness. I had a migraine yesterday. No, was it yesterday? Or was it the day before? It was Saturday, yeah. Saturday afternoon. I literally just slept off a migraine and I feel like it's coming back. Right, but at least we've streamed for a while. I mean, I'm always saying now that I'm going to start my streams at 2:30 British time. And I'm going to try and start at that exact time from now on. That'll be good. And I'm not going to put an end to my... They'll finish at 6 o'clock at the latest, I'd say. Here. Because that's when my dinner is. But sometimes I might finish a little bit earlier. It all depends when the right time to end the stream is. Really. And... couldn't find some more sprites. We've got to still find a flower sprite and a bee sprite. I think we've got a bee sprite. I did find a graphic for that. This could be the flower sprite, you know, if we get rid of some of it, but it actually does look like a flower. But we'd have to change it a bit. Part of me thinks that we could change it a bit so it looks more like a plant as well. One sec. Rose, I'm finally on at the same time as you are. Hi, Firearm. What are you doing here? My goodness. Yes. Are you on holiday today, Firearm? I know that some people are on holiday and they've been able to make the stream today when they wouldn't usually. That's pretty neat. It's good to see you, Firearm. I hope you've been well. Hope it's going good. Seems like Ross Rainblood's pretty popular, by the way, guys. Seems quite popular. Both. He's a badass. More badass than me. That's my goals, to become the female version of that. Would you guys still love me? Yeah, it's a holiday in the States. Super short week for me. Monday off. Then oh, okay, that's awesome. Wow, it's been a pleasure to see you guys come by here on your day off. What even? What even? Most people just want to stay in bed. What's going on? Why are you here on your day off? But that's awesome. I hope it goes good. I stream every Monday from now on, and I'm kind of glad because some days we get a bank holiday Monday and a day off for people on holidays, and it gives you guys a chance to come in my streams. Also cleaning like crazy. Oh my gosh, I need to take tips from you. I should really take tips from you because I haven't been cleaning. My room is a mess at the moment. Oh, oops. I might have just spilled some water. I'm the last person you should ask. My goodness, guys, I might stop stream there now. So I've rambled on about what I'm going to be doing between now and next Monday. I'm going to save Eulogy Master's notes as well, because Eulogy Master has given some ideas today. and we don't want to lose them. Okay, so next Monday is the stream, guys. You only see me once a week now, so yep, only once a week. So for 7 days I'll be back. You'll see my face again. Right, what else? I feel like I need to say more, but my mind's gone blank. All I'm gonna say is that there'll be a bit more progress next time, and we'll have a fun stream together. And thank you for the retweet, Fantasia. I super appreciate it. I miss you guys. I've had a fun stream. Thanks for hanging out today. Have a good Monday and a good rest of your week. And I will see you next Monday. Don't forget about me. Project exclamation mark. I'm gonna be good on one day. It might be tomorrow. Might be tonight. Might be later in the week. Still got to decide. I'll be completely going dark from social media and stuff, and that'll be fun to try out. So that'll be fun. Take care, guys. Have an awesome day. All the best. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being awesome. Bye bye.